where metaphorically, the light represents understanding, knowledge, or spiritual illumination. When I was growing up at my village, somewhere very far in Liteta, we were, as boys, we were sleeping on one bed, which we were calling chikungubulo. I don't know what you call it in English. Chikungubulo is where you have a mat and 2 blankets. One blanket, you spread it down, you sleep on it. The other blanket, you cover. And my dear brothers and sisters, if you are sleeping in chikungubulo, you must know your position. You must know where to be. Usually what we are doing, we are putting giants, that is Samson and Goliath, on the side. That is just metaphorically. Samson and Goliath in the side, because those two had strength. When they cover themselves, they protect the Zacchaeus who are in between, the Zacchaeus type, the short ones in between, so that they are covered throughout. Imagine you take a Goliath and put him in the middle. He lifts his knees. What happens to the people on the sides? They are going to be uncovered. So we were sleeping chikungubulo. Just mark that. Chikungubulo, 1 bed, 1 blanket, 4 people. So in the middle of the night, the rule was that those who are sleeping in the middle, you don't need to go out in the night, because going out was difficult, meaning you have to uncover the other people who are on the edge, or you have to uncover all of them. So the rule was you go to the toilet, you go to wee-wee before you sleep. Now this night we had a lot of chisembe or funko, this traditional drink, during the day, because there was some function that was happening within the village. So midnight, I felt like going out, and I went out. For real. In that hut where we were, there was no light. It was dark. So I went out through, sliding out in between. Not uncovering Samson, not uncovering Goliath, but I went out, sliding out, and I went out. It was a bit cold there. I stayed a bit of time, so now I decided to come back. Again, I realized, how do I go in? So I thought of using the same method of sliding out. Now this time I wanted to slide in, so that I go in. Whilst I was trying to slide in, because my hands were very cold, I tried to lift the blanket up. Then Goliath on the other side, he was busy dreaming. Samson also on the other side, he was snoring. And then Goliath was dreaming that he was in the bush, and in that bush there were snakes. And when he stepped down, the other snake struck his heel. When he was dreaming about the snake striking his heel, that was the moment when I touched his heel with my cold hands. So there was, coincidentally, it happened at the same time. And then he rose up and shouted, "Soka!" meaning the snake. And everyone who was in that room scampered in all directions. We say, "Kupurumpunta." In Lenje, I don't know how we say it in English, kupulumpunta, where you just do things disorderly. Everyone was scared, stepping here, maybe I'm stepping on the snake, running this side here and there. But I knew, I said, this snake, this man has shouted, was my hand. Now I couldn't review myself, because Goliath was going to hammer me. He was going to beat the hell out of me. So I kept silent. Grandfather heard there that, there's noise, the boys are making noise there. So he's the one who came with the light. We were in the dark, so we were scared of everything, including our own selves. When you step on your friend shouts, "Hey, Yanduma, it has beaten me." Because there was no light, there was total darkness. So when Grandpa came with the light, he's the one who saved us, because we were able to see where we were standing. We were able to see everything in the room. And we were comforted with the light, because we were careful now. What am I trying to say here? In the dark, you can't see your enemy. In the dark, you can't know. In the dark, you can't even have that comfort. The fear of darkness is called nicophobia. We had nicophobia. Now let me take you into Jesus being the light. He provides guidance in terms of spiritual darkness. He offers clarity. He offers wisdom and direction amidst life's uncertainties and challenges. That's why we need Jesus all the time, because Jesus is the embodiment of truth. If Jesus is in us as the light, embracing him as the light allows you and me to understand the ultimate truth about God's purpose and the path to salvation. You can't be what you can be as a Christian without the light. You really need the light. The light is inevitable in your life. And this light is Jesus Christ. You don't need to look elsewhere for the light that you need. Because Jesus Christ understands the truth. Because Jesus Christ is the truth. Jesus Christ brings freedom from sin. The light of Jesus exposes and dispels the darkness out of sin. Accept him leads to forgiveness, redemption, and the freedom from the bondage of sin. My brothers and sisters, this light of Jesus Christ, we need it, as it is written in John chapter 8 verse 12. Jesus says, I'm the light of the world. You are the world. Me, I'm the world. We are the world. Jesus is our light. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness. You and me, if we follow him, we shall never walk in darkness, but we will have the light of life. This is the promise